car, which will bring his winnings to over $29,000. In a moment, you'll find out how he makes out as from Hollywood. It's everybody's game of strategy, knowledge, and fun. It's Tic Tac Dough. Here's our host, Wheat Martindale.
Thank you, Jimmy Stewart. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, as Jay said, we have a winner. Doc is doing very, very well, so I know he's extremely anxious to see if he can pull off winning that new automobile, because he hitchhiked all the way from where he's stationed. Let's meet him right now.
Okay, Wink, our current champion, whose winnings in cash and prizes total $23,250, is a second lieutenant in the Air Force, and he enjoys playing guitar and skiing. Meet Doc Pass. And his opponent is a medical secretary who's married to a lab technician. Meet Donna Broderick.
Pay me for an entire week's work. Our medical secretary married to a lab technician. Welcome back to our show.
Thank you.
We didn't get to talk very much on the last show. As a matter of fact, we didn't get to play much game, did we? And the game we did play, Donna didn't do that well. Well, you're going to really have to come from behind, aren't you?
No.
You feel up to it?
Yeah.
All right, good luck. Get rid of some of that nervousness. Doc has won so far on Tic Tac Dough a total of $23,250 in cash and merchandise. Doc, you have some people in the audience, and it seems to me, now I may be wrong, but it seems to me that since the last show, your fan club has grown considerably. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe it, he has, if not the entire first row, most of it. There they are. And Doc, I think you should applaud your fan club out there.
Sure should. They're really
great.
They're great.
Now you can applaud yourself. Doc, where are you stationed?
Right now I'm stationed at Mather Air Force Base in Sacramento.
Welcome back to Tic Tac Dough. I knew you'd show up.
Yeah,
Let's get the game underway. Yeah, let's get this going, see if he can win that new car. He'll have a car coming his way if he can defeat Donna in this game. Remember these categories? Let's take a look at the board. Doc and Donna, they are foreign words, good guys, bad guys, U.S. geography, women in film, the 20s, big and little, royalty, secret category. Now, that could be any category at all. And, of course, if you answer that correctly in that category, the pot will double. On the last show, the game was interrupted. Here's what the board looked like. As far as X's and O's were concerned, there were only 2 X's on the board. Of course, those belong to Doc. Now, let's shuffle the categories around, and we'll continue with the game. $500 in the pot. Doc is our champion. Of course, you get the first choice.
Well, Wink, that car sure sounds good. I think I'll go with good guys for the win.
You just don't want to fool around, do you?
No, I sure don't.
All right, Doc, if you answer this on good guys, you will win a pot worth $700. You'll win a brand new car, and that would bring your total winnings on Tic Tac Dough to $29,250. Here's your question. This famous biblical hero is credited with killing 1,000 men with the jawbone of an ass. For Tic Tac Dough, a car and a total of over $29,000. Name him.
Samson.
Yes, for Tic Tac Dough. You got it. You won't believe this, ladies and gentlemen, that those 2 guys who just came on stage are his superior officers. 2 generals stationed above him. Doc, identify these people for us.
This is my roommate, Doug Huberman, and this is one of our good friends, Mike Thiele.
Hi, Doug. Hi, Mike. You've made some good decisions in helping him beat the dragon in past shows and games, haven't you?
We're all superstitious.
Yeah, you can say something. Both of you can talk. It's okay. We won't take any money away from him. Huh?
We're more scared than you.
He's already calling out numbers on the board. Hold that for just a second, Doug. All right, Doc, you have a total of $29,250 in cash and merchandise now. Congratulations to you with the opportunity to try to beat the dragon again. You want to bring him over with you in a minute and see if they can help you?
Sure would.
All right. Donna, don't mean to take all of the attention away from you. I want to thank you. You're a lovely lady, and unfortunately, the win didn't come your way, but we do have a couple of nice prizes for you as you leave us. Thank you for being with us, Donna Broderick. How about a nice round of applause for Donna? We're going to take a break. We'll be right back to beat the Dragon. But if he defeats 5 opponents, he'll have a pair in his garage. If he has a garage, Jay, tell him what they look like.
It's a brand new car! The all-new Buick Skylark, designed for comfort and convenience with front-wheel drive, providing impressive control and traction. And it's furnished by Buick. And Polyglycode sound shield for the noisy underside of your car. Not an undercoating. Polyglycode is a sound shield available at new car Ds only. And now, here's Wink Martindale.
Oh, boy, I got to keep all these names straight. Let's see, it's Doug and Mike and Doc, right?
Right, you got
remember
it.
Remember the old I Love a Mystery, Jack, Doc, and Reggie? That's what you guys look like over there. You know, if you beat the Dragon, that'll take you way over $30,000 in winnings. Come on over, you three, and let's do it. Now, let's go goof it up, all right? Glad to see you both. I've seen you from afar in the audience, but why don't we put this big guy right here in the middle? There we go. Now that's going to do it. Now, you know, all of you know that behind the numbers on the board are various amounts of money and what?
The dragon.
That's right, a very mean dragon. All you have to do is get $1,000 or more together, and you win the prize package. Now, our next prize package, and you've won a couple already, will provide you with pleasures of sight as well as sound. Jay Stewart, what are we talking about?
Well, listen to this, Doc. First, you can focus in on your new color television. Quasar's trim, contemporary-looking 19-inch color TV with a Dynabrite 2 inline picture tube, sharpness and tone controls, an automatic color control system furnished by Quasar. And next, the sky's the limit when you set your sights on the stars with your high-powered telescope. Tosco telescope on sliding tripod. Zooms from 20 to 40 power, affords wide 87.5-foot field of view, or scans horizons with 4-power finder scope from Tosco Sales Incorporated. And you'll be able to capture your favorite sights and sounds with your sound movie camera. It's the real-life Yashica movie system. This electronic 50XL sound movie camera features an automatic zoom micro lens. You'll like its versatility and ease of handling, furnished by Yashica. And finally, Doc, you'll want to take your camera with you to capture the sights and sounds of Calypso on your trip to sunny Jamaica. You'll have 8 exciting days on the island paradise of the Caribbean. Compliments of Tic Tac Dough. And Doc, these sights and sounds are worth in cash and prizes almost $3,350.
Sounds like a winner to me. Sounds like a definite winner to me. All right, remember, avoid the dragon, you lose everything. Get the tick and the tack, you automatically win the dough. Let's cover everything up on our board, move them all around so that nobody knows where anything is. And I'll tell you, Doc, because you're the big winner here, we're going to start with you. And then maybe you'll want some help from these guys.
Well, so far, one's been a honey to me. I think I have to start with one again.
Every time you've started with a 1, it's always been good. What's behind number 1 for Doc? Is it a good number again? $250. You need $750 more. You want to ask these guys their advice? Get in a huddle. They come out of the huddle, and here's what they come up with.
All right, I think I'll go next to Doug here. He'll let him pick a number.
Doug?
We'll go for 3.
Oh, get that. We, like our money is... All right, what's behind number 3? Let's take a look. Number 3 means tick. Add that to tack, you got to win. Put your hands together now again. Come on, in the huddle they go. What do they come out with?
5.
Number 5. And you notice he didn't say our money is dependent on 5. What's behind number 5? To go with $250, is it good? $400 more bucks. You got $650. Go into the huddle again. This is going to be up to you, Doc. They're coming out of the huddle with what particular answer?
The consensus is number 7, so we'll try 7.
Consensus comes up with a number 7. They got $650. Don't need much more. Tack would do it. $500. You got it. Wow, that is doing good work. Huh?
That's 3 out of
I
4.
couldn't have done it without them. Couldn't have done it.
Does that mean, I don't mean to put you on the spot, does that mean that Doug and Mike will share in the profits that were just earned here? With their help, of course, you wouldn't have done it.
Well, I'm sure we'll negotiate it all the way back to Sacramento.
Yeah, watch out. Anytime they say, I don't know, that's negotiable, that means, I don't know. Let's look at the rest of the board. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. Where was it? Doc, huh? Behind number 6, right? You stayed away. Hey, you want to know a total? You guys have put your heads together, come up with some good decisions to the tune of $32,750, all total. $32,750. Now, you guys can go back out to your seats. We'll call you if we need you. We'll call him when it's time to divvy up the money.
You
all
bet,
right?
we sure will.
All right, go back over there, Doc. We'll need a new player, all righty? Jay Stewart, who do we have as a new opponent for Doc?
Right now, we're going to meet a photographer and a part-time meter reader whose interests include backpacking and baseball. Meet David Kinney.
Hiya, David. David, what do you think about all these people up? He's got a lot of help when he gets over here, doesn't he, huh?
Not gonna do him any good against me.
Oh! I don't know. I wouldn't say that, David. Those guys are pretty big. 3-on-1. That's tough. That's tough. Hey, tell me about your photography.
Well, I like to photograph things in nature, and I prefer using black and white film.
Why black and white?
I find it more of a challenge. I think without colors, you really have to concentrate on the shape and texture of the object.
I had a short career as a nude photographer once. Had to give it up. Kept catching cold all the time. I guess it was a case of overexposure, if you really want to know the truth. I shudder to think of what else could have developed. We just went down for another one. Let's look at the rest of the board here now and really get serious about all this. Doc and David, your subjects are redheads, famous movies, Spirit of '76, Finish the List, Dans and Dons, Fairy Tales, Canada, nicknames, and general science. Doc, begin.
Well, Wink, I think I'll try redheads in the upper left-hand corner to start.
I'll bet. Among the triumphs of this red-headed actor and director are the films Manhattan and Interiors. Name him.
Woody Allen.
Yes, that's right. Got it next on the board. $200 to pot. Let's shuffle. All right, David Kinney, this will be your first shot at our subjects. Which one appeals to you the most?
How about Canada?
Canada in the center. Worth $300 to the pot if you get it right, David. This Canadian province, which is famous for its fishing industry, has a Latin name which means New Scotland. First, name the province and then name its capital. Think about that. Subject Canada, this Canadian province, famous for its fishing industry, has a Latin name which means New Scotland. Name the province, David.
Nova Scotia.
Right, name the capital.
Ottawa.
No, Halifax. Halifax, Nova Scotia. So that center box still up for grabs. Let's shuffle the categories around. $200 remains in the pot. Back to Doc.
Oh, let's see. I'll try famous movies, Wink, in the bottom right.
Okay, here's your question. First, take a look at this picture, Doc. In a popular 1968 movie, this acting pair had an unusual love affair. Name the movie.
The Graduate.
Yes, that's right. The Graduate. Anne Bancroft was in that. Put an X there. Let's shuffle them all around. Subjects take different positions on the board. We add another $200 to the pot. David?
I like nicknames for the block, please, Wayne.
Again, in the center, nicknames to block Doc. David, this is worth $300 to the pot if you get it right. Two famous musicians... Let me try that again. Two famous musicians have had royal nicknames. I'll give you the nicknames, you give their last names. First, the American composer who was known as the March King. Secondly, the American clarinet player and band leader who is known as the King of Swing. I'll give you a few seconds to dwell on that. David, who is the American composer known as the March King?
Sousa.
Right. Now for a block, who is the American clarinet player and band leader known as the King of Swing?
Benny Goodman.
Yes, good for a block. Put an O there. Put an O in the center, another $300 added to the pot for a total of $700. It's a critical moment in our game, but we got to stop to pay a couple of bills. We'll be right back. Shuffle the subjects around and see what comes up for Doc. Pick.
Well, I think I'll take redheads, Wink, in the lower left.
Redheads. You say that better than I do, Doc. Can't get them out today. All right, redhead's the subject. This red-haired president greatly increased the area of the United States when he approved the Louisiana Purchase. Name him.
Monroe?
Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson. Let's shuffle the categories again. Still $700 in the pot. David, your turn to select.
Let's try nicknames again.
Nicknames. All right, here's your question. This Midwestern state has been given such nicknames as the Jayhawk State, the Sunflower State, and the Breadbasket of America. David, name it.
I sure hope that's Kansas.
It is, Kansas. Put an O there. Let's move the categories around. $900 in the pot. Doc?
Well, it looks like I'll have to block with Dans and Dons.
Dans and Dons. Here's your question. This singer and dancer named Donald co-starred with Gene Kelly and Debbie Reynolds in the 1952 film. It was a classic called Singin' in the Rain. For a block, name him.
Donald O'Connor.
Yes, right. Good for a block. Put an X there. 200 to the pot. 4 boxes left, David. Pick from these subjects as we shuffle. Pot worth $1,100.
I like Spirit of 76 to block, please.
Trying to block Doc. David, here's your question. In 1778, this European country became an ally of the American colonists, or I beg your pardon. In 1778, this European country became an ally of the American colonialists and fought against the British. 10 years later, this country was the site of its own famous revolution. To block Doc, name this country.
France.
Yes, that's right. Good for a block. An O goes there. 3 boxes left, Doc. Let's shuffle. $1,300 in the pot. That's what you're playing for?
Well, looks like I'll take famous movies to block once more.
Yeah, you're trying to block him. Back on the defensive again. Doc, take a look at this picture, please. This popular movie of the 70s told the story of a bizarre plot hatched by Nazis in exile. For a block, name this movie.
The Boys from Brazil.
Yes, that's right. You blocked him again. So we put an X there, another $200 in the pot. And we're down to 2 boxes now, David. Anything could happen. And the categories that'll appear will determine just exactly what happens. Let's shuffle. Finish the list or Dan's and Don's?
I like finish the list for the block, please.
All right, he blocked you. You're going to try to block him now. Top center, finish the list. David, answer this. 3 of a kind are labeled as triplets. 4 of a kind are called quadruplets. For a block, what are 5 of a kind called?
Quintuplet.
Yes, that's right, quintuplets. Good for a block. So we put an O there, another $200 in the pot. And we have a total now of $1,700. Doc, 1 box left. Let's shuffle. Famous movies is in that box, so that's the category you got to go for, Doc. Sure. Answer this correctly, we'll have a tie game. First, take a look at this picture. This 1979 film was based on one of television's most popular series. For a tie, name the film.
Star Trek, the motion picture.
Yes, that's right. We have a tie game. You wanted to be sure you got that full title in. It wasn't going to be just Star Trek. But you got it all in, Doc. Congratulations. I think you broke a record there in the time that it took to say that. Star Trek, a motion picture. I couldn't do it. Doc and David, congratulations. We got a tie game going. And, of course, Doc, you still have your $32,750. Trying to beat David. And we're going to show you 9 new categories. And the pot will continue to get bigger and bigger from $1,900. Here they are. Take a look. Television cops, religions, maps of nations, odd names, the 70s, automobiles, famous doctors, Beatlemania, and opera. $1,900, Doc. Let's add to that.
Well, I think I'll start in the upper left with TV Cops.
Here's the question on TV Cops for you. This long-running police series starred actor Dennis Weaver as a deputy marshal from New Mexico who moves to New York and uses his unique talents to fight big city crime. Name the series.
McCloud.
Yeah, that's right. Put an X there. Let's shuffle. Moving the categories around, that takes us up to $2,100. David?
I like religions, please.
In the center, religions for $300 to the pot. He founded a holy order of monks and is best remembered for his preaching to birds and for his taming of a wolf. First, name this famous saint, David, and then name the country of his birth. Think about that. He founded a holy order of monks, best remembered for his preaching to birds and taming of a wolf. Name the famous saint.
St. Francis.
Right. Name the country of his birth.
Assisi.
Can I accept that?
I need a more complete answer.
Need a more complete answer. The country.
Germany.
No, it's Italy. St. Francis of Assisi, but the country of his birth would have to be Italy. Okay? Let's move the categories around. $2,100 in the pot, and we're back to Doc.
Wink, I think I'll take Beatlemania in the center.
In the center, Beatlemania for $300 to the pot. After the Beatles disbanded in 1971, the individual members of the group released their own albums. I'll give you the titles of 2 such albums. You tell me the former Beatle who recorded it. First, All Things Must Pass. 2, Imagine. Here's your extra time, Doc. All right. I'll give you the titles of 2 albums recorded by individual members of the Beatles. You tell me the former Beatle who recorded it. First, All Things Must Pass.
George Harrison.
Yes. Imagine.
John Lennon.
Yes, that's right, for the center box. Another X goes there. $300 added to the pot. Let's shuffle. Okay, David, you got to make a comeback now. $2,400 in the pot.
I like famous doctors for the block, please. Wink.
David, for a block of Doc, listen to this. In 1889, this family of physicians founded what was to become one of the largest and most famous medical centers in the world. The clinic is located in Rochester, Minnesota, and bears their name. For a block, name it.
Mayo?
Yeah, that's right, the Mayo Clinic. Good for a block. So we put an O there, and we're going to take a commercial break as we have $200 more for the clock. We'll be right back.